Oh my goodness. Mitsubishi GTO. What do we have here? R32 original Famicom, Super Famicom JDM version. It's only the size of your hand. You see something there already. R32 GTR, RX7 FC. How about picking up initial D for 165 yen? There are about 100 yen. Unbelievable. Oh, garage of hobby off. I wonder what this place is. Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome to another episode of JDM Masters. This is a new format that we're going to be trying, a more vlog style called JDM Masters RAW. Now, we're going to be checking some of my favorite shops and to tell you where I get all of these fantastic 80s and 90s catalogs and books in my collection. I've been collecting for many years. This is a used shop in the same chain as Book Off, which is a used bookstore in Japan. And they also have car-related products, very much like Up Garage, which we showed you in the last video. So let's go check out what it is.
To you, yes, my love, to you.
So before we go in, just to give you a reference of where this is, we're on the Route 246 in Kanagawa Prefecture. For those of you who watch Initial D, it's actually very near the Yabitsu Tollgate, and there's a chain of these shops around Japan. But what you have to look for is specifically Garage Off. This is where they sell car parts and car related stuff. So let's go in. And in Japan we still wear masks. We have to do the alcohol wipe because it's a polite thing to do. So let's go straight in. There we go, spray, alright, and as we're going in, this side is the house shop, which sells a lot of used house items, also very, very interesting down here, but this is what we're interested in. For those of you who like anime and stuff, Dragon Ball cards, there's a whole row of these. Also on the side, Dragon Ball fans, anyone, for example, one of these action figures is about just 880 yen. And there's a whole lot of these and a lot of these hobby offs, which are more common in Japan. Good quality used items. For those of you who like robot, mecha stuff, there's a lot of it here. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to actually go through all these. And also classic games, Game Boy, DS, Super Famicom, all the original stuff. You can get them here at much, much cheaper prices than the big shops called Super Potato in Akihabara. Will be going through them. A lot of Japanese do come here and buy used game items. I have for quite a while. You can even get, look at this, original Famicom for just a couple of thousand yen, because these are very expensive on the internet. Super Famicom JDM version, 4,000. Look at the mint in the box. Oh, who likes this? Even the original Game Boy, they're getting very expensive now. The original brick, 5,000. Oh, how about this one? This one's interesting. It's a very rare junior version, smaller version, and a new mini Famicom. It's only the size of your hand, where you can have all the games already pre-installed, HD TV, really, really cool stuff. But let's have a look at what we have here. So, first of all, we've got all these wonderful mini cars, and well, these are Tommy cars, used ones. There's a whole lot of them. Let's have a look at some of these prices. 100 yen. See if we can find anything interesting in here. Any sport cars. And oh, we have an S2000, a yellow one. It's like my friend Albo's, 500 yen. Really good conditions. Over at this side here are the smaller kids' toys. What the enthusiasts would be interested in things like this. Let's have a look. Initial D fans, you'll probably be delighted to see a whole collection of the original 5,000 yen over here as a GTR collection. And some of these really rare stuff for collectors. Just going to go through them. You might see something you like. Oh, I see something there already. R32 GTR Calisonic version. That's originally from 1991, I believe. Some of these prices are a bit expensive, more than the original prices that you find, because these are collector items. How about that? There's S12 Sylvia, even a Sprinter Carib over here, and you get some of these Tomica limited ones. And let's see if there's anything interesting. Wow. You've got the Roller 2000 Evo 4. Found more treasure for you mini car, Tommy car collectors. There's a RX7 FC TLVN Vintage Neo, and a quite rare spec Corolla 11 GT with that packaging. Some of you might know this better than me. These are actually original Honda collection hall miniature models, 2,000 yen. How about a vintage limited video of the Terrano, and even a special limited edition of the ST165, and you got the original Civic as well. And there's also some of the rare models that are period correct from the early 80s and 90s, which I think a started step wagon, for example. Just a lot of stuff here. Oh, what is this? Even a Toyota Land Cruiser 118 scale die-cast model. Very interesting. Sometimes there's always a collection of 143 scale. Let's see, we've got Endless Car, 33 GTR. The safety car, for example. We even have something I've never really seen before, made by Marui, which is maker for actually the airsoft guns, R33 GTR, RC car with a fully chargeable motor and remote control. Many things here, but this is where I actually come here to get these. You see these the catalog section, and they have all kinds of catalogs, including some which are really old. For example, this Bluebird I'm not sure what the actual number is, but it's the first one with the assessor system and the SR20. We have an old Camaro here. Now there seems to be a whole collection of Nissan Nismo motorsports journals. And let's see, this is where we can find all of the catalogs. Some of them are priced very low at about 300 yen. And let's see where we can find. Oh my goodness. This is the original catalog or promotional catalog for the NSX Type R NA2. Let's have a look here. It's just a fold-out page, and you can buy this. It's great for collectors. I think some of these people are going to be selling this for very expensive prices on Yahoo auction, which is quite ridiculous because you can just get them here. Okay, let's see what other stuff we can find. What is this? A Japan Corolla 2. Not sure if some of you actually may know that or not. I saw something here earlier on that I would actually like to get. So we have the NSX original catalog. It's the NA2 with the facelift version, and here you even have the price list. And okay, maybe I should get this because I don't actually have it. Look at that. I'm holding it in one hand now, so excuse me. And it has got every page looking very mint condition. Something interesting about the format. It's a large format landscape. It contains every single detail, just great for collectors. Mitsubishi GTO, the Z16A, Z15A. This is at 500 yen. Looking very nice. Always with the original price as well. And all of these are not in wrapped condition. Some of them are. They are priced at something maybe a bit more expensive. Oh, here we go. I found a Panera catalog for those of you interested in these quite underrated Nissans. That's the one that also raced in the JTTC, the 2-liter TE over here. And you can tell all of the original catalog, what spec they had. They had a leather version for this one, for example. They had a sports seat and just every option. It's fantastic source of information. There we go. We've got the SR20 DE engine 5-speed manual. 5-speed manuals offered a lot on these 90s cars, even for regular models, because a lot of older people prefer to drive automatic cars. 4-wheel drive system that was also offered as an option for those living in snow country areas. This is fantastic. Great source of history. What do we have here? R32 GTR's sort of a tall book explaining about the Tesla 4-wheel drive in traditional vertical Japanese script. 32 GTR, looking very nice here. This is very different from the regular catalog models that people usually get. This one is a more traditional Japanese style format that explains just, I think it's a preview before the actually car was released in 1989, and also features the GTS4 with the Tesla 4-wheel drive system, of course, the 4-wheel. This is pretty interesting. $2,200. That's pretty pricey, actually. Another interesting catalog I found is this quite rare Silvia S15 catalog. You can see a lot of effort they've put into this. It's a narrower size, shiny silver. It's got the embossed Silvia logo in it for the S15, and it's basically just a photo book, high gloss pages of the S15 Silvia in all its nice. The catalog photos from the earlier version of the catalog, but this is basically just beautiful. It's like a flip photo book before it starts going into the details. more like a very like a compact size. Just the amount of effort that Nissan's put into these catalogs from that age was impressive. They don't really do this anymore. Wow, look at that. Spec R and Spec R Aero. You can see the original equipment. And we're going to be reviewing the S15 very soon. Actually, the video's already been done. So watch out for that, guys. And maybe, should I get this or not? Should I get this? Get another interesting catalog I found, for those of you who may not really know, and fans of the Corolla A101. It's the Corolla FX, which is actually a hatchback version of the 101 Corolla. And this was something of a rarity because you don't really see this. It's basically a hatchback of the normal. It's kind of a Levin fused with in a more hatchback form, but it's got the face of the sedan. 20 bar silver top, OA GELU, and very interesting to see just these cars in original specs and what they had, to see just what we're missing out, to be honest, because we don't really see this car anymore. I've never seen one for sale, and just the high quality print and also what they've had inside. Wow, look at this. It's pretty high technology, even back to the 90s. You've had a 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS. And here we go. Even have the super strut suspension for the GT versions. There's a couple of GT versions down here as well. And these options can be even offered a first aid kit. And what is this? This is like a digital compass. It's very, very interesting. How about this? Toyota Celica ST185 full-time four-wheel. This is wrapped 1,100 yen. All of these just lying around here. Let's also go through the other section, and you'll find tires. Usually spec for the stubless ones, the winter tires, for people to actually change them when the season comes. And some tools over here for the home mechanic, and also for just people who need them. You've got some cheap helmets over here. 2 Recaro seats, not as much choice as the up garage, of course, but here's a great mixture of just different small little things. I think that the biggest treasure of the garage is in the books and the catalogs. Over here you have like camping goods, very, very good quality. Fishing, which is very popular in Japan. Camping stuff. They're playing some Hawaiian music now in the background. It's a very theme here in Japan. You see all these camping goods here. All of them are very clean. The staff do check them for usability, and if they are actually not usable, they will either reject it or it's classified as junk, because they don't want to sell things that are dirty and people actually claim. So even all these sleeping bags, all this camping equipment, there's a little chair right here. They are all usually clean. Barbecue pits we have over here, and a tiny little fridge. Sorry, Mr. Sanders is here. 5,000 yen, official Disney good, in storage box. The barbecue pits, which are a little bit used but still are very usable. How about a canoe for 165,000 yen, a full-blown canoe if you want to go whitewater rafting, which is not really common in Japan anyway. A little hammock over there, guitar, just anything that you can get into hobbies or lifestyle at a very low price. That's the objective of this shop. More camping gear here, rucksacks, and here we go. This is another section which has all of these car magazines. Nostalgic Hero is a series of magazines that focuses on 60s to 80s and also now 90s cars. Someone has just brought all of his collection here and decided he didn't need it. Okay, I'm just going to put it for sale. Each of this is 200 yen. I'm going to be probably picking up a couple of them because there's some fantastic information and photos inside which you can use as reference and learn a lot from them. Sometimes you'll be able to find all these old magazines here as well. Once in a while I do find old racing magazines and things that are just very valuable with lots of information. Genro, car sensor, and even just Initial D. Yeah, how about picking up Initial D for 165 yen? They're in very good condition, priced about the same in some of the book offs, and just someone's just basically brought the entire collection and has decided, well, I just want to sell it. And here are also some other car magazines which you can look back in time, like in our Time Machine series. XA Car here, for example. Well, let's see, this is from the year, where does it say, 16, which means it's 2004. Sounds about right, because this is when the Evolution 10 concept just first came out, for example. And you even can find old option DVDs, and if you're lucky, some Rev Speed, which is available in the Rev Speed magazine series. Old Best Motoring. There was a collection of Best Motoring earlier on. I need to find it. But for those of you who love the option series, all the drift D1 stuff, how much are these? Now let's see, there are about 100 yen. Unbelievable, at 100 yen. Old option magazines sometimes you can find over here. Let's see, this is where there's the gold mine of interesting content, where when auction magazine is still going on, but this is much thicker back then. 105, maybe I should get a couple of them. And of course we have the junk section, which also has a few items that people don't really need. If you really want to go nostalgic stuff, you can see here there's original navigation systems from the cars, and even cassette players if you're really into that, just for collector's value. At some of their hard off chains, you can even find classic stuff like this. What is this? What is this? Is this even for a car? Digital quartz. It looks something like you see out of a 60s James Bond movie from The Spy I Loved You or something. These buttons, that's classic. Actually, how much is this? Let's see here. It's probably a couple of thousand. It's in the junk section. Period correct. If you get your JDM car to look like what they had back in the 90s. How about carrozzeria, cassette player, gathers. Wow, that's just gold mine of stuff. For those who really appreciate, one man's junk is another man's treasure, as they say. And let's see what other sections we've got here. Guns, and more guns. Of course, they're not real, they are airsoft guns, which is also a very popular sport in Japan, which they play on survival game where they just shoot pellets at each other, something also very popular overseas. You can buy display swords over here, samurai, katana, and wakizashi at 16,000 yen. For those of you who love trains and Japanese trains, like Tetsudo collectors, there's a whole range of these Tommy Tech, very highly detailed, the same maker as the new vintage line, but these are for trains, very, very detailed, and also of every line that is realistic. For example, the Enoshima line over here, which is very close to where Yokohama is, and a lot of plow models for Gundam plow models here. Everything, all of them are actually not made or used that much. They're just basically unassembled, so you can see a lot of these down here. Might be some rare stuff which people just brought in, they didn't really want them. And going back to this section, let's see what we have here. Some robot stuff, maybe Kamen Rider, and what is very popular, a series like Ultraman over here we have as well. Monsters, some of the people, fans who love these kind of things, will actually be able to find them at much better prices down here than online with some professional shops in Akihabara. We also have the very popular Miku Hatsune. I'm not really too sure much about that, but you guys can tell me. But I can see, and also the figures. This is, I believe, Yamato Trailblazers. A lot of really anime stuff for fans, more Dragon Ball around here as well. And over in that section is just used televisions and house stuff which the people actually want to buy for their homes. It's funny because Japanese usually just buy new things, which is also funny that they come here actually to buy and sell stuff. Oh look, I found a new Nismo jacket. Mochio looks like, actually this looks like something that Masaki wore when he was still driving his dad's GTR. Nismo, real original item. Not sure if you want to buy something that someone's already worn, but they're usually pretty clean. So done with the shopping, pretty satisfied with my buy. It's very exciting because every time I come here I can find a really reasonable and cheap record stuff. I've got my play drive over here. So if you guys do come here or you'd like to know more about these kind of shops, and there's a lot of places around here that are just hidden Japanese gems, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace out.